Bitcoin short squeeze. Welcome everybody. Good morning. Hope all of you are having a wonderful day. Do me a huge favor by smashing that like button, and most importantly, if you are brand new, smash that subscribe button, turn on post notifications, and welcome to all of you being here today. We're going to be talking about the possible scenario of Bitcoin short squeeze still being around, my thoughts, and what could possibly happen. We're going to go ahead and look into the charts with Bitcoin, but as we talked about these last couple days, we mentioned that we have lost that strong area of support around $40,000, which is something we definitely didn't want to go ahead and see. And earlier, as of yesterday, we did see Bitcoin go as high as 40,515, which my price target was 40,535 to go ahead and enter a short. So now we're going to go ahead and see how the day turns out to be. Is this going to be the time to enter a short on Bitcoin, or is there still a possibility of a short squeeze going up? How's it going, Happy? Hope you're having a good one. Do me a huge favor by smashing that like button. But let's go ahead and get that stream started. Let me go ahead and refresh my page and welcome everybody. I am going to go ahead and share this right now on my Discord group real quick. So let me go ahead and do that real quick. Give me about 1 second while we do that. And as well too, I was watching some Sammy Loyal. Let me go ahead and do this real quick. Dude, we're like on the 5th video today. Freaking been pushing content, man. Literally left and right. We on grind mode right now, chat. Bear market, but we grinding out here. We grinding out here in this bear market. But let me go ahead and start sharing with Discord. Give me 1 second. Okay, we got that out the way. Let me go ahead and do this. Welcome everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Sorry for being a little late. I'll be honest with you, I wasn't going to do a live stream. Just because I wasn't really feeling it. The market's kind of slow, but I was like, you know what? We have to be consistent, right? That's what it's all about. Being consistent, even if we're not getting too much action in the market. So we're going to go ahead and talk about this today. Welcome everybody tuning in. Smash that like button for me. And most importantly, go ahead and share any of the tokens you want me to go ahead and talk about today. So let me go ahead and pull out my live stream right here on my mobile device, as I like to call it. Let's go ahead and get that out the way. Okay, we are officially live. So let's go ahead and check this out. So we're going to go ahead and do over some news very, very quickly for all those watching pre-recorded. And yeah, let's go ahead and see what we have in the market for us today. So right now, looking at Bitcoin, we're going to go ahead and see where things go. But I am getting closer to opening the short. Obviously, I am waiting. As I mentioned, there's a possibility of a short squeeze happening, so I definitely do not want to go ahead and get wrecked on that. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Give me about 1 second. Go ahead and clear that out. So one thing I do want to go ahead and point out too is that we've been talking about this inverse head and shoulders on the DXY. It looks like we did have a red day yesterday, and we're going to go ahead and see if we have a continuation to an upside. If we do have this continuation to upside, chat, it's completely over for Bitcoin, and we could be approaching $38,000 to $32,000, and we'll see if the possibility of a short squeeze is still here. How's it going, Ryan? Thank you for being here today, man. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Good morning, and I hope you're doing better. How's everything with the doctor, by the way? So we're seeing how the things are going on for the DXY. We still have 2 more days for the market. We also are looking at the US 100 reaching some sort of top. So we're going to go ahead and see where things go moving forward. But as of right now, Bitcoin is looking more bearish than ever. It does look, if this is the top where we talked about 40,515, this is the top of the market. It's completely over, and we will be coming down to 36 and 32 to $33,000, which is my price target, right? If we do go ahead and see Bitcoin fall below this zone right here, we are, at least ideally, when it comes to entering a position, I want to go ahead and focus on the smaller time frame. So looking at the 1 hourly, I'm thinking we will go ahead and approach 40,500. If we do have a rejection still of where Bitcoin's holding right now, if we see a continuation to a downside on Bitcoin falling below 39,813, and let's just go ahead and say ideally 39,480, let's call it, right? If we see Bitcoin continue to fall below 39,480, possibility this thing's going down and we should consider opening a short. And if you are looking to go ahead and short the market or long, go ahead and check out BingX and MEXC. Both of these platforms are non-KYC. We also have Bybit offering $30,000 in sign-up bonuses and NordVPN offering 69% off with 3 months extra. So that's what we have pretty much with Bitcoin. As I mentioned, we just need to go ahead and see where things are going, but it's looking a little bit more bearish. We are seeing on the 4-hourly with the RSI almost getting closer to go ahead and literally cross. And if we do see this cross, there's a possibility we're going to try to retest 40,535. So we'll see where things go right here moving forward. But yeah, looking at altcoins, it looks like there's, you know, some little pumps, some movements here. Looks like markets are overall undecisive. Let me go ahead and pull out my fear and greed, because I did have that. I completely forgot to pull that out. So fear and greed right now currently at neutral. So I definitely do want to go ahead and start seeing these fear and extreme fears is where we want to go ahead and see the market approach. But it looks like right now we are still at this neutral level. So people are very, very undecisive with what's going on in the market. And honestly, that's kind of the reasons why I didn't want to go ahead and go live today, just due to the fact that there's not much going on. So this is going to be a very, very short live stream. So right now we are seeing that people are still being very, very bullish long term. We see this article right here on Twitter. Bitcoin halving in just 80 days. Ever wonder where Bitcoin was 80 days before previous halvings? 2016, Bitcoin was 62 below its all-time high. 2020, 52% below its all-time high. And 2024, Bitcoin is currently 42% its all-time high. Even though it seems like Bitcoin's price isn't moving much, it's following a similar pattern to previous cycles. So we are seeing that, you know, that same cycle movement. So we have about 80 days, or now probably 79 days until the Bitcoin halving. So yeah, definitely be on the lookout for that. I do expect some red in the market before we do go ahead and have a continuation to upside leading into summertime, right? We also have big breaking news going on right now. We do have Hong Kong's Bitcoin crypto ETF is coming soon. I don't know if any of you want to go ahead and be excited about that, because we saw what happened with the Bitcoin ETF. It was a buy the rumor, sell the news, unfortunately. And that's why we're seeing what we're seeing right now in the market, right? So don't get too excited on that. You know how I feel about this, but this is something I definitely do want to go ahead and share. Why? Bitcoin ETF fund flow scorecard, good and bad news, right? The bad news is Grayscale dumped a ton of Bitcoin. Well, obviously, right? For the 8th day in a row, GBTC transferred an additional 18,500 Bitcoin to Coinbase. The good news is the majority of the sell-off involved FTX, which has now completed its sales, offloading around 2.5 million shares daily for 8 days. Additional positive news: despite the GBTC sell-off, there has been a net inflow of 1.1 billion, equivalent to $28,000 or 28,000 Bitcoin today. Growth observed in the FBTC faster than BlackRock. So it looks like Fidelity's funds actually doing a lot better than BlackRock, surprisingly. But yeah, that's pretty much it on the news. There's not much going on. That's pretty much it. We do have the MMRI, which is the Manarino market risk indicator, telling us the risk in the market that we're seeing in the stock market. And currently right now we're at 267. This is one of my favorite indicators that I've been using for years, and this actually has the DXY with the 10-year yield, right? So that gives us the information, both of those involved, of where the risk of the market is, right? When we start reaching these extreme risk, obviously it's not a good sign, but we are at the high risk right now, almost exceeding, you know, extreme risk, which this is definitely not too good for the market. So it looks like we are reaching some sort of top very, very soon with the stock market as well. But yeah, that's pretty much it on my end. I mean, I don't want to go ahead and do an 8-minute freaking stream because that would suck. But if there's anybody right here, right now, the token you dropped pumped insanely, John. I know you're being probably sarcastic, bro, but I sold on this one. I'm not sure if it repumped again. Wow. It's actually repumping again. It's not doing too bad. It actually looks like it's gonna have another breakout to an upside. So I actually did sell at a profit with 30%. I was up like over 100% profit on Black Air Force Ones. Like I know freaking Vernon's being sarcastic because he likes to go ahead and be sarcastic with me all the time. But this thing went up to a 400k market cap, man. When I called it, it went up to 400k. So how's it going, Goldie? Good morning. Hope you're having a good one today. But yeah, I called Black Air Force Ones at around early 200k market cap, like around right here is when I called it. around this zone, and then it pumped all the way up to 400,000 market cap. So I think the narrative behind this is pretty good, but I think it's dead. I don't know. It's actually holding up pretty well. How's MMG doing? Let's go ahead and check out MMG. I haven't checked out MMG in a while. It said the price was when you dropped the link, bro. Oh, I don't know. What price is that? I don't know what price it was. I think I called it right here though, like right here. Literally at the levels where it's at right now, this is where I called it at around 200, I believe, because it pumped up to about a 1x. Yeah, I was up a 1x on my investment, but I ended up selling with a 30% pump because I figured that it was gonna be done with as soon as it dropped. The price said 00, so I thought it more than 10x. No, dude, it did like it did a 1x, bro. It didn't do a 10x. It didn't do a 10x when I jumped in, or maybe it was a 10x at one point, but I probably missed out. MMG is at 19% right now in the 24 hours. Yeah, dude, I did a 10x on this one right here. I mean, not a 10x, a 1x. I was hoping for an 8x or a 6x because it's very, very possible. I think the narrative behind this is really, really funny. But it looks like it's holding on pretty well. Like if we do see this this structure, you know, being held pretty good, I might consider throwing in another few dollars in there. But it wasn't much. I probably only threw in like $10, bro, or like $5. I could have been up like 20. I was up like 1x, so I would have been up like $22. And because I ended up selling for a loss on one of my projects, bro. I was like, dude, whatever, it is what it is. I was like, maybe I can make some quick money on this, and this thing pumped all the way up to 400 and something market cap, dude. So technically it would have been a 2x. I don't know why it wasn't showing a 2x. So I think it might have been a 2x, but no, dude, it didn't do a 10x. I wish I would have done a 10x. I think it was right here when I called it. It was around right here. It was literally right here when I called it, and it was just pumping like crazy. But no, I like the narrative behind what's going on right here with this project. It's the Black Air Force Ones. I'm not sure if anybody knows that meme, but if you know, that's kind of the reason why I was bullish. I was like, dude, this narrative just sounds very bullish. But low key, it looks like it's gonna probably have a comeback on this. Hey, how's it going? Jose, hope you're having a good one. Shout out to my uncle for being on the stream. Thank you. Let's see, the price said 006. No, I wish it would have been a 10x, bro. If it would have been a 10x, that would have been nice. But it looks like it's actually reversing right now, so let me go ahead and just rebuy in. I don't have that much. I think I only have like $10 into this thing, bro. But yeah, look, I was in the freaking Telegram and everything right here. So let's go BonkBot. And let's go ahead and enter. Let's go ahead and wait for this transaction to go through. I'm going to go ahead and buy some. It's only like, I only have like $7 in my wallet right now, bro. So I think this thing might have another run up. I mean, as I mentioned, we did see a run up to 400,000. So let me go ahead and just buy some real quick, and then we'll look at these tokens. I'm FOMOing in a bit right now. So let's go ahead and do 0.081. See if this thing goes through. Transaction sent. Come on, let's get this transaction rolling. Terry launching tomorrow. Yes, shout out to Terry. Send the link to Terry, bro. Let's see if this thing goes through. It's probably not going to go through. It's probably going to be transaction failed. Let's go ahead and see how this thing moves. Hurry up, dude. Like, why isn't this thing confirming? Anyways, while it's confirming, it's probably going to fail. But while it's confirming, let's go ahead and read some comments real quick and then start using these smart contracts. Vernon shared a contract, so let's go ahead and check that contract out. Depresso on Sol. What does that mean? Depresso on Sol. It's actually looking pretty good. This is not looking too bad. It's consolidating in this little space right here. We're like in degen hours right now. It seems like this is the hours everybody wants to degen into some Solana plays. Should have made it a Solana stream, huh? I was thinking of making it a Solana stream, but I was like, I don't think the stream's gonna get too active today. Check this token out. Mark, how's it going, Mark? Hope you're having a good one today, bro. I'm doing pretty good, man. I'm doing pretty good. You know, I've been pushing out a lot of content. Honestly, I wasn't in the mood of doing a live stream right now because I was like, the market's not really moving. Like, I wasn't in the mood, bro. But here I am, you know. And then it always reminds me when you're not in the mood to do something, it reminds you why you should do it, right? That's kind of like where I'm at right now. So yeah, it looks like this transaction is not going through, bro. Let me go ahead and try to buy again. It's $8, you know, it's not much, but if this thing could 10x, it's gonna be nice. I'm just gonna put 7.5. All right, actually went through. All right, so I just bought in. I think actually less than what I actually bought in, but it looks like this thing's gonna reverse, man. I like the narrative behind the black Air Force Ones. I want to show you real quick the reason why. But this is like such a meme, bro. Like Air Force Ones is such a freaking meme. Look, it's right here. Let me go ahead and show you the. I thought it was dead. Like as soon as I hit 400,000, I was like, damn, dude, I should have taken profits. But this is black Air Force Ones, bro. This is hilarious right here. Look. How tough are you? Look. How tough are you? If you don't know the narrative behind the black Air Force Ones, I just know what to tell you. But look, this is the narrative behind black Air Force Ones. Black Air Force Ones are a meme, which means that people who wear those shoes are absolutely up to no good. They feed off danger and chaos and simply can't be trusted. So it's a meme with black Air Force Ones, right? For all those that are not aware with that, but. Yeah, it kind of tells you right here. There's a subreddit even asking people like, what is a black Air Force energy? But yeah, it's a meme that was out like probably a few years ago where like if people that wear black Air Force Ones have usually committed a lot of crazy crimes. So I was like, dude, I don't know. I feel like this narrative will be pretty good. But we'll see where things go, dude. I only threw in $7 anyway, so. But it's looking pretty good. Surprisingly, it's looking pretty good. I thought it was dead as soon as I called it. That thing went to 400K and then it dumped all the way to like 190, and ended up selling at like 30% profit. So I was like, it is what it is, dude. It is what it is. But yeah, we'll see what other tokens right now are popping. Let's see, Vernon. Terry is launching tomorrow. Can't sleep, Glenn. So I went on John's stream. LOL. It is a character from a super popular Pokemon style game. Oh, okay, that makes sense. The character is supposed to be depressed, I suppose. Let's go ahead and check out backup Terry. No, it rugs to 0. That's how the market treats our poor boy John. Launch around 2 p.m. EST. Yeah, so this is the Terry token, bro. That's going to be going live tomorrow, right? The next 100x. Is this supposed to be a meme too? So he has this firework that goes live, right? And he's just standing there. Yeah, so we'll see the launch on this tomorrow. 2 p.m. EST. 11. Wait, 1. I think it's gonna be a couple hours before I go live. I don't know. Maybe I'll go ahead and do live on the launch. We'll see how the launch goes on that. That you see 9gag and 4chan seems like another new narrative sprouting. No, I haven't, man. Tell us more about it, Vernon. I mean, Glenn. Ape in your last soul, John. Glenn promised a 100x. No, I know, 100%, bro. I've just been waiting to get paid, bro. I've like literally been waiting. Like I've been waiting for my check to hit my freaking account, bro. Like I'm literally waiting. I'm gonna check right now if I have any money yet. No, not yet. Hopefully, I mean, honestly, I probably won't even make it to the live tomorrow because I'm waiting to get paid on that. Yeah, not paid yet. Let me see. Let me check my other account real quick. Yeah, I haven't gotten paid yet. hopefully I could wake up tomorrow to a nice paycheck, man. That's usually the best, when you wake up and you're like, oh, I just got freaking paid, bro. So hopefully I can wake up to something like that. It looks like this. It looks like Black Air Force Ones is doing pretty good, chat. So you know, just enter with cautious. I wouldn't put no more than $40 to $100 into these meme tokens, to be honest. If you buy bottom, it definitely could. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see where bottoms is for Terry, right? But yeah, that's pretty much it for me, chat. There's not much for me to talk about. I pretty much talked about everything that was very, very important. If there's any other tokens you want to shill, or you know, want me to do any TA on anything, let's actually do TA on Solana, because that's definitely going to be the narrative with Solana meme tokens. But let's read this article real quick. Crypto whales hunt for bargains as Bitcoin price slides. Data shows. Well, interesting. GBTC has moved more than 100k BTC. Exchange sends spot Bitcoin ETF launch. Crypto lender Nexo seeking 3 billion in damages for, what is this? Bulgaria? What's going on with Bulgaria? Has accused of county of making wrongful and politically motivated actions involving oppression of. I don't know what that is. Let's go to see what else. Let's see what else is interesting. Bitcoin miner Hut 8 hits out at short selling report. Interesting. Hut's shares slide more than 23% on January 18 with short-term selling firm. Damn, dude. I'm not sure if anybody knows, but this is a Hut 8 is it's a miner on the stock market. The mining from Nasdaq's listed stock fell from $9 to $7 in little than 24 hours. Later, short selling capital. That's freaking insane, dude. So there's also a lot of shorts going into the miners. So that's interesting. Someone put out legendary 90s video games Doom on ALTCOIN. That's pretty sick. And Doom. ALTCOIN has been pretty on as of lately. I know one of my buddies has some ALTCOIN NFTs, bro, and those things are going for $1,000 each. But anyways, that's pretty much it on my end. There's not much, unless all of you want to just go ahead and have a pretty good degen night or degen morning. But I pretty much talked about everything that needed to be said. There's not much going on in the market. I'm looking to go ahead and short this market, but it looks like a lot of people are getting very, very excited still. So I'm going to go ahead and keep my eyes on where the market heads. But I'm getting ready to make a move very soon. So definitely stay tuned for that. And let's go ahead and do some TA on Solana, and let's go ahead and read some comments real quick. I'm going to go ahead and end the stream pretty early today because there's not much for me to say, honestly. I already said what I needed to say. I've uploaded quite a lot of videos today. This is my 5th video I uploaded today, right? So I've been on a freaking YouTube grind lately because of this freaking bear market, dude. Like, this bear market just does terrible when it comes to content. But yeah, I've actually done quite a bit. I actually just released this one, Bitcoin short squeeze to 57,000. So I went a little bit more in depth pretty much with what all I told you right here live. But let's look at Solana and let's go ahead and read some comments, and then we're going to go ahead and end the stream. Short stream today, and then we'll go ahead and catch on later on today. Let's go ahead and see. Glenn said it's here. Now we can trash on him and prove to be wrong. Glenn, I got this mythic used sock for 0.13 Sol. Look at Hunter Biden laptop's website. It's insanely funny. I would want to do that, but since we are in stream, I can't imagine, man. I've looked at what Hunter Biden has on this freaking. I've seen what this guy does. Quite crazy. Good deal, right? Can't believe that wacko let somebody gain ownership over such a disgraceful laptop. Probably got high as a hike and forgot where he was the other day. I just got into Doge ecosystem today. That's where I bought jugs today. Interesting. What are jugs? Can I short FET? Well, let's look at FET, Goldie. Let's look at FET. FET. Let's go ahead and see. I mean, it's kind of doing the same thing as Bitcoin. Goldie, and this is kind of the reason why I'm holding off onto shorting any altcoins. Because I don't know why, but for whatever reason, altcoins are also following kind of Bitcoin. Like if you compare this chart with FET, and then we go ahead and compare the chart with Bitcoin. Let me go ahead and duplicate this real quick. you're going to see that we're having a very, very similar move, right? So that's the reason why I'm a little skeptical about entering any shorts. As much as I want to be bearish, and I've been bearish in this market, it just is not looking, it's not giving me full confidence to short this market just yet. I don't know why it's not working, but let me go ahead and show you this chart real quick. So FET right here, what I'm looking at, it's doing a very, very similar move to Bitcoin right now. Let me go ahead and let me try to duplicate this account, dude. Oh my gosh, what the heck is going on? Freaking internet. I need to get Starlink. Yeah, this thing's not loading up. All right, whatever. We'll just work with what we have right here. So FET looks like it's doing something very similar to what Bitcoin has been doing around this price action. So right now, looking at FET, we could see that we are entering some sort of resistance. We do see the RSI slowly getting rejected, but we still have the possibility of breaking past. So if we do break past 59 cents, like let's say 60, we could see a possibility to an uptrend, right, to retest back to 67, and this might be a good opportunity to short. But let's look at the smaller time frames and then see what we could go ahead and do. Looking at the 4 hourly, we do see some rejection going on, but what I would like to go ahead and open a short, I would possibly say if we see it fall below 57.94, if we close and fall below it, that would be a pretty good short to the downside right here, all the way down to 48, which would be about a 18% dump, which is actually really good, right? So that's actually a pretty good position to short. Not financial advice, but right here on the 1 hourly, we are seeing some sort of consolidation, which seems to be some sort of area of support. So looking at the 1 hourly, it also, we are at this buying zone right here. So if you are looking to enter a short, not financial advice, obviously, I would say keep your eyes out on 57.92. If it falls below it, this would be the sign to go ahead and enter the short, at least for me, in my opinion, right? That's on the 1 hourly. Let's look at the smaller time frames. Smaller time frames on the 15-minute chart. It does look like we will be getting rejected at around the 59.52. So you could go ahead and expect some sort of pump and dump, if you want to call it. It's going to pump to 59.68. And then it's going to go ahead and dump back down to 58.25. And for me, I would say 58.25, open up a short around here, and then just ride the wave all the way down to around the 40 range with a 18% downside. But that's my opinion right now. It is looking more bearish than anything, just kind of like what Bitcoin's also doing. But we also have to keep in mind that looking at the 1 hourly, we are still, from what it looks like, into this continuation pattern from the upside. If we go ahead and zoom out on the hourly, we do see that we broke in that downtrend. I mean, look at that. We broke from that downtrend. So there could be a possibility this thing could pump even more. And that's kind of the reason why I'm saying, like, I think right now your best bet is just to wait to see where Bitcoin goes. Because it looks like a lot of these projects are following Bitcoin's movement. So it just really depends also on the time frame you're entering. But if you are entering to open a short, I would say focus on the smaller time frames and then just take your profits and make sure to put a stop loss. But it looks like we might go ahead and get rejected at around the 59.40. But it is looking on the smaller time frames, is looking more bullish than bearish, in my opinion. It looks like we have broken down from this downtrend, and now we're trending back up. So just be very careful, and that's kind of the reason why I'm also not entering any major positions right now on leverage, because the market's giving us signs of bearishness, but also is giving us signs of bullishness, right? Because worst comes to worst, we see FET pump all the way up to 67 cents and then get rejected, which I think is going to happen. If we zoom out, we do see a major head and shoulders pattern, right? So that would take us from the 67 cents range and then ride the wave all the way down to possibly 35 cents. So if you go ahead and measure from this top to this bottom, we could be expecting that 45% correction that we see with a lot of these altcoins, right? So for that reason, I would consider holding off on a trade. But if you do decide to trade, make sure to use my links down below: MEXC and BingX, non-KYC platforms, Bybit, and then NordVPN offering 69% off. But I would kind of stay off of the markets right now, just because the markets are very undecisive, and we're seeing a very similar move also with Bitcoin, as you see. Bitcoin is also showing us some bearish signs, but it hasn't been a full-on confirmation of a bearish sign. We're still in this consolidating period, and at any time we could go ahead and bounce to the upside, see $43,000 Bitcoin happen with a short squeeze, pushing Bitcoin to $57,000 and above. Possibly, maybe even $48,000 only max, but we will see an altcoin run, right? We will see these altcoins run, and I think that could possibly either be the end, or that could be the beginning to the end if these altcoins are following Bitcoin for whatever reason, right? We are back at $40,000, so I'm really keeping my eyes on this. If Bitcoin does break, you know, 40,500, holds this area of support, I'm going to consider opening a long right here, because it's giving me signs that this thing is now reversing and we will be approaching $44,000 to $43,000. Keep in mind, $43,000 is where there is a lot of shorts. So if we do see that upside long the market right here, there's a high probability we're going to have a short squeeze up to $54,000, leading up to $57,000. And I think we're still in that narrative. I'm still on the short squeeze narrative because the market's giving us very undecisive signs, and we're having retail now being bearish, which you want to usually do the opposite, right? Glenn says, good night. Going to sleep, man. You have a good one. Glenn, check out my sock C on Telegram. In any case, good night. Vernon says, John, do you see yourself doing crack with Hunter Biden in the future when you're rich and in powerful circles? I don't know if crack would be like my choice of drug if I was ultra rich, bro. But I mean, you could always be open for discussions. The question is, would you? Goldie says, thanks, John. Yeah, of course. So just hold off right now. If you really want to enter the market and you just want to be in the market, just have very tight stop losses. That's what I would just consider. Just make sure to have stop losses. Focus on the smaller time frames, and that's kind of the best way to, you know, trade the market right now. But I think we could be retesting 40,535 on Bitcoin, which will be pushing a lot of these altcoins as well. These altcoins are all moving very similar to Bitcoin right now for whatever reason. I don't know why. So I would suggest stay off the market right now. That's what I would do. You know, so I'm actually glad I haven't gotten paid, because that's giving me time to stay off the market, right? So hopefully by the time, you know, I get paid, I could go ahead and start trading this market, and hopefully that's going to give us more signs of where this market's going, because a lot of people are being extremely bearish right now, and that gives me a little bit more cautious, because everybody was bullish on the ETF and now all of a sudden everybody's bearish, right? So you always want to do the opposite of what retail's doing. Retail's super bearish right now, so everybody is freaking shorting the market. Everybody's like, oh, I'm going to short Bitcoin. I'm going to short Bitcoin down to $32,000. And as much as I want to enter a trade right now, it's not giving us that full sign yet. It could be a probability where we do have this thing could just be the dump already. And if this dump, it's gonna be very, very good for us in the market overall. And then we're gonna have some very good positions to enter on a lot of these altcoins. But we should be getting more information, I would say, no later than like Friday or Saturday. We should have full confirmation of where the market's heading. No later than Friday, because you have to remember Friday is the last day of the stock market. And now that we have the Bitcoin ETF, Wall Street's definitely going to be contributing a lot of that volatility where Bitcoin's price action is going to be before a weekend. And if Bitcoin closes good on a Friday, stock market closes good stock market closes good, meaning it closes green on a Friday, that means we're going to have some bullish news coming up in the week. But if we do the opposite, if it closes on a red and we have some crazy news come out, it's not going to look good for crypto, and we are going to see a continuation to the downside. So right now we're in this area where, you know, I was very bearish right here at the top, and right now I want to be bearish, but I want to stay neutral, because being overly bearish, you could go ahead and get squeezed out, and that's what a lot of people are seeing right now in the market. They all want to short, and for that reason, I'm a little scared because I know the possibilities of a short squeeze. We talked about how liquidations are around $43,000. I mean, look at it right here. We had the same movement of a short squeeze right here, and I want to show you all of this, right? This is a short squeeze right here. People were super bearish right here out of nowhere. You know, this is when we had the fake, I think the fake ETF pump or something like that, if I'm not mistaken, around this zone right here. Then we saw this the market dump, undecisiveness. A lot of people were shorting right here, expecting Bitcoin to go ahead and dump down to $32,000, and then bam, we were hit with a short squeeze. Bitcoin going from $43,000 all the way up to $47,000. Market gets excited, we push Bitcoin all the way up to $49,000. And then that's the top for Bitcoin, and then everybody's going long right here, and then they go ahead, all the longs get wrecked and pushes the price action down. So when you see these long candlesticks, this is a lot of volatility coming in, and it usually means there's either a short squeeze or a massive dump that caused this, obviously a whale or institutions or whatever the case is, right? So this was a liquidation grab right there, this was a liquidation grab right here. So that was a liquidation grab going long and short, and this is a liquidation grab going long. So that's why we see those massive moves. And I think if that's the case, if everybody's going freaking short right now because they think this is the crash of Bitcoin, this thing's gonna go ahead and pump, and then all those shorts are gonna get liquidated at $43,000, and that's not gonna be good. So that's why I'm very bearish right now. Vernon says high grade meth like Breaking Bad is what allures you. Well, I've never watched Breaking Bad, and I've never, from what I know, intentionally have never done meth, so I wouldn't know, bro. That's a question that I would want to ask you, right? What are your thoughts about it? But yeah, that's pretty much it on my end. It looks like Black Air Force Ones are actually doing pretty good at 324 market cap, 328, and I just entered around this zone right here. So I do expect Black Air Force Ones to probably do a 1 million market cap, just because of the narrative. It just sounds crazy, but you just have to kind of understand what the narrative of how people feel about these things. But if it does fall below 200K again, up below 180, let's call it 150, it's completely over. I exited and I re-entered. So it's only $7 that I have on this. If it does a 10x, that's $70 in my pocket, which is not too bad. And then I could go ahead and gamble into more freaking Solana plays and be as cool as Vernon and Glenn, you know, where they're the freaking meme token traders of Solana. You have not watched I have never watched Breaking Bad, bro. I've never have. This is more of a crime than doing meth, bro. You gotta watch that show. It's excellent. Why? Does it teach you how to do math or something? If you don't intend to ever, I will unsubscribe right now. I'm sure I will eventually. Like, let me come across some money, and I'll probably go ahead and spend some time freaking chilling like a chinchilla watching Breaking Bad. What is orange, man? I'm pretty sure this is a freaking Trump token. Watch. What is this? Let's see. Are you a fraud? What does that mean? Absolutely yes. Oh my gosh, dude. This is so funny. Dude, this space is just so entertaining, man. Like the things you come across, like it's only in crypto I feel like you could come across these crazy things. I'm a little scared sometimes to open up these websites because I don't know what the heck I'm clicking on, you know? Dude, this thing's at a 929,000 market cap. This thing's gonna freaking rocket. I like the narrative on this orange one. Let me go ahead and share this with chat. I'm sure I will. Just watch the pilot, man. If you don't, I'll watch it for sure. If you have any good movies, definitely, like, I like Wolf of Wall Street. That's a pretty good movie. That's a pretty good movie. 4chan. I know Glenn was talking about 4chan earlier, right? This thing's looking pretty good, dude. I mean, meme tokens are freaking doing good. Like I'm actually surprised meme tokens are on the Solana are doing very well. And talking about Solana meme tokens, I actually just made a video on Solana. So there's a lot of these Solana meme tokens that are going to be pumping, and we are seeing a lot of degens feeling very degenerate enough to go ahead and throw some money on some Solana meme tokens, right? So definitely I would consider maybe loading up on this phase. But the thing is, we are at a very, very risky time in the market right now, where there's a lot of undecisiveness, and if we continue with this kind of action, it's not going to look too good. So just be very, very careful. I would just stay off the market right now. If you are looking, your best bet is throwing money on Solana meme tokens at this point. Honestly, I would have never said that. But yeah, this is the best bet, but only throwing like 40 bucks, bro. I've noticed last time I threw in like $700 into a meme token, I literally lost that thing in like less than 3 seconds. Like literally as soon as I bought in, I lost all my money. So don't do that. I learned that you have to only throw in like 30-40 bucks, and that's the way you make the money. Don't ever throw in like no more than that. One of the highest rated shows in history, bro, and it lives up to the hype. Yeah, I've been hearing about that, dude. Everybody tells me about Breaking Bad. And dude, I'm not too much of a movie person either, dude. I'm not too much of a show person. I'm not too much of a movie person. Like, I just can't sit there for hours like watching these kind of shows. I don't know why. I just can't do movies either. Like all my friends are like, dude, you're freaking boring. Like every time like my buddies want to watch a movie or something, I always tell one of my friends, I'm like, dude, what is this movie about, or what is this show about? And he's like, dude, I don't want to tell you, you have to watch it. I'm like, dude, I'm not gonna freaking watch the movie. Like, I'm never gonna watch it. Just tell me what it's about. Gives me a little run through. I'm like, okay, let's watch the movie. If the movie sounds whack, I'm like, dude, I don't even want to waste my time. Like, okay, it's terrible. So I think the last movie I watched was like The Nun, and I was like, dude, I'm completely done with this. Vernon says, John, you gotta evolve your meme coin trading. I do, bro. I do. I think, you know what I need, bro? All I need is a 10x, even a 2x on these Solana meme tokens, and I'm gonna get back on my meme phase, bro. I just haven't been having it as of lately. I've been taking nothing but else, and I hope all of you could relate. I know a lot of you could. This is the reason why we're seeing the change in the market, right? We're seeing a lot of people slowly decreasing from the stream, slowly getting away from crypto, because everybody's getting hurt, dude. And I totally feel you. I'm in the same place. There's times I just want to freaking quit and not do any of this, you know? For example, today I was like, dude, I got a freaking live stream. Like, I'm not in the mood of live streaming, but then I'm like, we got to put into work when no one wants to go ahead and do it, right? That's the way you succeed. Same thing with trading, same thing with anything in life. Like, when you don't want to do it, just freaking do it, bro. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to freaking do a short stream today. Let's see how it goes. And I'm having a good time. I'm having a good time here with all of you. The Nun freaking sucks. Yeah, dude, I liked The Nun. It was a pretty good movie, but it was terrible. You rather stare on green and red candles. Yes, dude. Surprisingly, I'm not gonna lie, bro, but like on my free time, when I have free time, all I'm watching is like freaking TA videos, and I'm watching that's pretty much what I watch. Like if I'm watching anything in my free time, I'm watching gym videos and I'm watching freaking crypto videos. That's all I freaking watch. Or like freaking shorts. I've been watching a lot of shorts of like people creating like foods and stuff like that. I don't know why I find it so entertaining, but like that's mostly what I freaking watch, bro. I mostly just watch like the Trend Twins. These guys are some pretty sick foos. In a cool way, that's what it means. And I usually watch things like this. Like this guy's pretty cool. He talks about like the crisis that's going on in the U.S. With car loans and all that, which has a lot to do with the crypto market. I watched this guy right here. This is like one of my favorite mentors. I met him in person in Vegas a little bit over 2 years ago. Gregory Manarino, dude. Been listening to him since 2017. Literally has called every top and bottom of the market. He used to work for Goldman Sachs. So this guy's a very knowledgeable guy. Followed him for years, dude. So like that's literally what I freaking watch. Or I watch like Ty Lopez, bro. Like that's, so I really watch self-development videos and gym videos and crypto videos. That's usually what I freaking watch. And then I'll watch like cooking videos. I don't know why. I like watching the cooking videos on that's pretty much what I do in my free time. And here and there I'll play some Fortnite, but most of the time, man, honestly, I'm just freaking looking at charts. John Smith says, I think Bitcoin could move sideways for a few months. The hype died. LOL. I agree with you, bro. I agree with you. And that's kind of the reason why I'm not placing any trades. But I do think it could be left with one last pump before we have a correction. I'll send you some Terry tokens. I'd appreciate that, bro. I've been trying to get some, but I've been waiting to freaking get paid. I haven't taken a proper L in months. That's good, bro. 10x's after 10x's. Why don't you Vernon, see, this is the thing that bothers me, bro. Come on, help a brother out. You're making 10x's to 10x's left and right, where you see me get demolished and see my money being thrown in like freaking fire pits, and you're not telling me anything. Like, you're not telling me like, hey John, this is the next play. Come on, man. Feel my luck is about to run out. Don't say that, man. Don't say that. That's why I'm putting money away I won't touch. That's good, bro. That's good, bro. Vernon says, you look jacked, John. I wouldn't want to fight you. I'm not jacked, bro, but I have been hitting, like, I've been training, dude. When I was younger, when I was in high school, like when I was like in high school, my senior year, I was pretty jacked, bro. I was pretty big. Everybody thought I was on steroids, and I was like, dude, that's a freaking good compliment. Like, I'm 100% natural, and you think I'm on steroids? Like, that's a pretty good compliment, right? But yeah, dude, I like working out, but I've had this shoulder injury that really has set me back. And then I'm not sure if any of you remembered, like back in September, I got sick for like 2 months with the virus, and that set me back up. And then I focused on just trading for like 2 months, like not leaving my room, and that set like my freaking. I've been fluctuating back and forth, but yeah, the gym is definitely my thing, bro. I like lifting a lot. Sana says, thank you for being here, trying to be here every day and listen to your live stream. I really appreciate you. That means a lot. Usually when I don't feel motivated to be here, you guys are really the reason what gets me motivated. Like, even if it's like 5 of you watching, 6 of you watching, 3 of you watching, like, I really appreciate all of you being here. I really do. Vernon says, definitely the way to go, man. When you have the money secured, you can start doing unproductive things with no real value besides entertainment. I agree, man. The strategy is certainly putting you ahead of everybody else. John says, what's your strategy and goals for this bull run? 1 million? Yes. A million, dude. A million. As much as you think it's not possible, a million's very possible in crypto. It's super possible. But where you're gonna find most of this money is gonna be DeFi. It's not gonna be. Can it be leverage trading? 100%. But you're gonna have to be very good at trading, and you're gonna have to probably be trading every freaking day, like literally glued to the charts trading. You could do that, which you also do in DeFi. But you have to really dedicate your time, because I'm telling you, I had a buddy of mine that has made over $100,000 these last couple months, like since October, I think early November, December, January. Since the last 3 months, he's been hitting a lot of freaking plays, bro. Like, he's accumulated over 100 grand off of meme tokens, and he doesn't know any trading, he doesn't know any of that, but he understands memes, he understands hype, he's like Vernon, like they understand like what token to look for. I'm not like that. I'm not like that anymore. I kind of pivoted into like trading and focused my energy into trading, so I kind of forgot what to look for in the DeFi sector. So I'm not too knowledgeable in the DeFi sector, and I want to amp my skills up again. That's why I've been taking so many freaking L's on the DeFi. But trading, it's pretty good because you can make money both sides, right? On DeFi, I feel like when the risk is not on and people are not feeling degenerate enough to throw money, you're gonna get wrecked more than you want. Like, for example, when I jumped into the Solana meme tokens in the beginning of January, that was like the top of the market, temporary top of the market. Like, everything was just dumping. So like anything you would throw your money on would dump. Right now, meme tokens are doing good again. So this is kind of like the time where you want to have a little bit more risk on, because people are already tired of Bitcoin. They're like, the ETF didn't do anything. Let's go ahead and make some money on memes. And all those whales that made money on memes are throwing their money. All the whales that made money on Bitcoin, they're throwing all their money on the memes because they made a lot of money. So they're feeling a little bit more degenerate to throw some money into these memes, and that's why these memes are pumping. So this is where you want to be jumping into memes. But there's cycles you have to understand when to jump in, and sometimes you get caught up in the hype. Like when I jumped in the beginning of this month, I literally just burned $700 down the drain on Solana meme tokens, and I got wrecked, bro. I got freaking wrecked. Literally lost all my money in like literally probably less than 15 minutes, probably even less than that, probably like 5 seconds. I was like, dude, I should have just freaking leveraged this. Like I could have made more money leverage trading than freaking trading Solana meme tokens. Like Solana meme tokens are literally gambles, bro. Vernon says, John, I've been quite unsure of these plays, and only one I really dropped you missed when they were confirmed to be good projects. They were already too high up, 10x's and beyond. Yes, but you have to tell me, bro. Like, tell me before. Me and Glenn have agreed to send you Terry tokens, so let's freaking hope at 100x's. Dude, I see, the thing is, like, I know sometimes you guys don't want to share any tokens because you don't want to be, like, held accountable if I lose money, but, dude, I know the freaking risk, but like the only way you make money on these tokens is if you get on early on. Like you have to get on when it's 20,000 market cap, when it looks very sketchy. That's the way you make money. Like I had a buddy like that told me about Grok. I faded on that one, bro, because I was trading Pepe 2 on my way to Arizona and I was too lazy to move money. And this guy made over like 100,000 on that. And if I would have listened to him and I would have moved my money, I would have made 100,000 that day. But I faded on a lot of things, bro. I've taken so many freaking L's not doing things either. Vernon says, I'll be sure to send you the next play I'm feeling is the one, John. I appreciate that, bro. I really appreciate that. I hit a 10x yesterday on Nairo. Nice, bro. You've been killing it, man. I'm glad to see that, Vernon, because I remember we were having a chat back in November and you were telling me like, hey, bro, like how do I come across money? Like you were telling me about how it was like so difficult for you to come across money, and I told you, bro, keep your head up. Your time's gonna come. You're gonna make some money. Trust me. You're gonna go ahead and make some money. It's gonna come in when you least expect it, and I'm glad to hear that you've freaking been making money, dude. Like I'm glad to hear you've been freaking killing it, because I remember the conversation you and I had, you know, back in November when you're like, damn, bro, like that's really cool, the kind of money you're making. Like I hope that's me one day. And I'm like, dude, that's gonna be you, bro. Trust me. You just have to go ahead and it takes time, you know. It's sometimes you have to lose a lot of money. You know, that's what a lot of people don't understand when it comes to trading, especially DeFi. Dude, this market's not for everybody. I'll tell you that, Chad. I've lost a lot of freaking money in these markets. I literally last bull run, I lost everything. I literally lost everything. A lot of you know this. I literally lost everything. I lost my apartment. I lost everything. All right, literally starting from scratch, zero right now. So it's definitely, it's not for everybody. Not everybody could handle this pressure. And if you are willing to handle the pressure, take the L's, lose money, not give up, question why you lost money, look for solutions on how to become better, the market's going to reward you, bro. The market's going to give you all the freaking money. But where the true test comes is when you make a 20, a 30, a 40, a 50, a 100x, and you get greedy. And then you feel very, very lucky, and you're like, dude, I'm going to put $10,000 in this one play, kind of like what I did with Grok. And all it takes is one mistake for you to lose your whole entire account. So be very, very careful. You know, we feel really good when we're making a lot of money, when we're, you know, hitting play after play after play. But all it takes is one wrong trade for you to lose everything. So I would just suggest, you know, have proper risk management. It seems like Vernon's like throwing in a couple dollars into these projects with 10x's and making a good return. He's not making $1 million off of one token, but he's making $1,000 off a token. So if he can make $1,000 an hour, or let's say Vernon finds 5 projects a week, he puts in $100, he 10x's, he's making $5,000 a week. Yes, he might not be a millionaire, but he just made $5,000. You know, and I feel like that's the mentality that's kind of wrong with this space. Like everybody wants to hit $1 million. Everybody wants to hit, you know, $100,000 the first play, and it's possible, but you know, in reality, sometimes all it takes is sometimes it's easier to just do 10x's back to back, rack up $1,000, and then eventually come towards the $100,000, and it's easier for you to make money that way. I turned $60 into 100 SOL. That's pretty good, bro. I don't know how much 100 SOL is, so I'm assuming that's some pretty good money. I think that might be, is that $8,000? Is that $8,000, bro? Let me see. Not pocket watching, but that's pretty good. This is some motivation for people, because I had this conversation with yeah, it's $8,000, and it was probably a lot more when Sol was over $100. It was probably around 10 grand. He turned $60 into 10 grand. See, it's possible, chat. Very possible, and I'm glad to hear that, bro. He says, I already sent USDC to a cold wallet. That's good to hear, bro. That's good to hear. See, that's what I wish I would have done. I wish when I made my 20 grand, I would have just freaking thrown $10,000 into a cold wallet where I wouldn't move my money. And if I wanted to gamble the rest of my money, I would have done it. But I was dumb enough to gamble 20 grand and then lose all my freaking money and then miss out on the market. Like, I've literally been missing out on the market because I lost that 20 grand. I've funded my account multiple times, but I've lost money. Like, literally after I funded my account, but that account was $100. So I started with $100, $100 into $20,000, lost the 20 grand into Grok because I went in like an idiot, 20x, dumbest thing I've ever done. I thought it was smart because I would have made $500,000. But I'm telling you, you don't have to do it in one run, dude. You're better off making money consistently, and even if it takes you a little bit over a year, or let's say 6 months to make $1 million, as opposed to trying to make $1 million in one day, right? It's possible, but you're taking on unnecessary risk. And that's good that Vernon's doing that, bro. I'm telling you, I had this conversation with him back in November. He was feeling really down and all that. And I remember having that conversation. I'm like, bro, your time's gonna come, man. Your time's gonna come. Like don't compare what I'm doing with you. You know, it takes time, and it takes luck too. Realistically, it takes luck. So I'm glad to hear that you're doing that, bro. And honestly, just keep at it. You know, stack most of your money on a cold wallet. Don't get greedy. Take profits. If you want to buy yourself something, whether it's a nice watch, whether it's a computer, whether it's a nice little trip or something, you know, do it, bro, because that's what I wish I would have done multiple times with my money. I've made a decent amount of money that I could have bought a lot of things that I wanted. And because I was being greedy of throwing it back into the market, you just give it back to the market. So you're better off enjoying the money, because that's what we're here for. We're here to make money and enjoy it. I just been lucky, man. I got a sense of good memes that will interest people alongside sniffing out good teams. Yeah, bro, you have to show me, man. You learn from everybody, man. I'm telling you, I don't know any of this DeFi stuff like that. John Smith says, have you considered doing a public 10x to $1 million challenge? Not $1 million challenge. I think I want to start off with probably like a 10 grand challenge. And the only reason why, because I think it's good to do a staircase effect, right? If it kind of goes like with your goals too, and it goes like with anything in life. When you want to try to aim big, you get into the stress and pressure, at least for me personally, where you try to do everything very, very big. Like, for example, my goal in November was to make 80 grand, right? I made 20 grand in about 2 weeks with $100. And I was like, damn, dude, I made 20 grand. Now let me go ahead and put this 20 grand into a play. If I do that, I can make $500,000. 300,000. Let's go ahead and do 300,000, 500,000. Let's do it in one trade. And I over risked and I over leveraged myself, right? So I don't like putting challenges like that. I think it's better to just do step by step, like start off with $100 to $1,000, you know, $100 to 10 grand or 100,000. But I think to $1 million, it's possible, bro, but it's definitely out the barrier, right? It really just comes to risk and reward. So I am thinking of doing like a trading challenge where I could go ahead and do $100 and see how far I could take $100 to again. Maybe I could do it into 10 grand again, maybe 20 grand. But what I'll tell you is that when you do things like that, it's a lot of pressure, bro. It's a lot of freaking pressure. And sometimes when it comes to trading, you're better off just kind of keeping it private to yourself and focusing on what you could do and what you could do better, right? So eventually, maybe one of these days I'll consider doing that. But as of right now, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't put that pressure on myself to try to hit $1 million, because I know $1 million's possible, but I want to start off with baby steps, right? 80 grand first, 40 grand first, 20 grand first, 10 grand, and you feel more motivated, because once you start entering, let's say 20 grand, 10 grand, 40 grand, 50 grand, if you want to have that mindset of a million, which is very possible, sometimes you start taking on bigger risk because you want to get to your goal quicker, right? And that's kind of like what I did when I turned $100 into 20 grand. I wanted to hit 80 grand by the end of the month, and by the end of the year, which was like literally November, December. So I had 1 month left, and I was like, dude, you know what? I'm going all in. Because I told myself, I'm going to make 80 grand by the end of the year. And I told everybody publicly that. I was like, hey, the goal is 80 grand by the end of the year. This is not in November or October. It was October that I said that. 80 grand by the end of the year. And I L after L after L. And then eventually $100 into $20,000 leverage trading. And it was actually 30 grand, dude. But I got wrecked on live because I was live streaming my freaking trades, which I would never do ever again. So eventually I would consider it, bro, but I don't think it's worth putting that kind of pressure into someone. But yeah, I'll play, dude. See, the thing is, $10,000 to $1 million is a lot easier than $100 into $1 million. It's possible, but it's easier to trade $10,000 into $1 million than it is trading $100 into $1 million. So like let's do it this way. If I get a nice couple months, like in the next couple months, if I could get like 80 grand or 40 grand, I would consider doing like a $10,000 challenge into $1 million. Good looks. I'll do that right now. I've got half my portfolio in a cold wallet. I will keep safe for it when I truly need it. The rest is just for me to play with, but even then I'm being careful and haven't touched it. That's good, bro. Leverage trading, yeah, dude. Challenge not for trading, but buying tokens for the bull run. Oh yeah, 100%, 100%. John, I will consider doing that. Yes, I definitely do want to go ahead and do that. I was thinking of having like a public portfolio where we could go ahead and like have like the community like talk about the projects we want to buy or stuff like that. It kind of like what Crypto Ruz does, right? He has like a challenge of a public portfolio. Yeah, I'll definitely do that. Yeah, man. The thing is like for me personally, I'm more of like I'm really big when it comes to I'm like very hard on myself. I'm sure a lot of you've noticed that, right? I'm very, very hard on myself. Like if I don't start seeing the results, I'm the kind of person to like work more, do more, right? And I put a lot of pressure on myself, and that's why I thought we were saying like, you know, turning $100 into $1 million. I'm like, dude, it's possible. But you know how hard it was to turn $100 into 20 grand? It was freaking hard. It was freaking hard. Like literally like the hardest, one of the hard, no, I wouldn't say one of the hardest things, because I've also done that in the past. But 2 years ago, I did 3 grand into 60 grand in 6 months, which wasn't that bad. But you know, $100 into 20 grand in 2 weeks, I think that's probably like the smallest account I've ever done that quickly. And the problem with that's my wallet, Vernon, by the way. The problem with that, as I'm saying, is when I was trading that $100 into 20 grand, that was like the most stressful time in my life, dude. The most freaking stressful time in my life was during that time. Because I've had a lot of stressful times in my life, but I would definitely say when I was trading that back in November, when I was trading Pepe, dude, sleepless nights. Wasn't sleeping, probably sleeping like 1 to 3 hours a day. I would like sleep like with my phone in my hand, half awake. Sometimes I'll be sleeping on my freaking chair looking at charts. I'll put an alarm. I'll like literally like I'll knock out and I'll be sleeping, like I'll be waking up like every 15 minutes or like every hour, checking if I got liquidated, like freaking out, like, oh, am I still in profits? Did I just get wrecked? How's the market doing? And it was very stressful, man. So I was like literally almost like from October. So it went from October, November, I was with no sleep, man. No sleep. Literally no sleep for almost like 2 months. Barely slept. freaking got so out of shape again. Was literally in my room, just locked in, just freaking looking at the charts like a freaking geek, and just trading away in constant stress 24/7. Wasn't able to sleep, wake up, trade, go to sleep, trade. Like that's all it would do. And the only time I would ever leave my room would be to get food, and I'll just be back, right? And like mentally, dude, it's the most stressful thing in my life. Like I literally almost went crazy towards the end when I lost my money, because I was hitting like this one point. Oh, this is the token that you were talking about, right? Nairo. This actually looks pretty good. So at that point, I was like literally almost going crazy. I was like, dude, I gotta freaking take a break from trading. Like this thing's mentally breaking me down, and that's what the market could go ahead and do for you, right? So it was excess of partying too much, sleepless nights, high levels of stress for 2 months straight, very low sleep, still pushing out content. So it was like all of that combined, and it just put me in a very bad mental like almost, I don't want to say mental health, but it put me in a very, very bad, like mentally I was pretty effed up in the month of November and October. Like now I feel so relieved, dude. I feel so relieved that I don't have to wake up and like have that feeling of getting liquidated. Like I've been able to sleep pretty good, like not as good as I want, but I've been sleeping pretty good. I've been going out for walks. I've been working out more again. I've been taking care of myself, the way I eat, because you got to remember all of this is correlated to the way you trade, the way you sleep, how much you sleep, the way you eat, how much time you actually put into this. It's actually a full-on freaking career, right? Trading's like a full-on, like it's worse than a 9 to 5, to be honest. Like, because 9 to 5, like you just go in and do your freaking work, but trading, it's very, very stressful, especially if you don't have limits to it. Like the way I was doing it, I was just doing it 24/7. I was trading 24/7. I was making 10, 4 grand, 6 grand a day, 8 grand a day, pretty good, but I was in high levels of stress 24/7. Vernon says things could have been so different. Thing sucks, man. You could have so much freaking money if the contract never got exploited. Yeah, dude, if the contract never got exploited, I would have had over $500,000, dude, and I would have hit my goal. I would have freaking gotten myself a nice ass freaking luxury apartment. I would have gotten me a nice ass freaking car. Like I would have been set, dude, because that was my goal for this year. And I was like, dude, I'd hit my goal, and like I'm hitting my goal before the start of the year, right? And that's kind of the problem. You can't always go ahead and like be too focused on that. Sometimes it might take you a little bit longer to do your goal, right? And that's how I am. I'm the kind of person to put pressure on myself, and then eventually, like, you just freaking almost go crazy to a point where you just don't feel like you're doing enough. Vernon says, can't imagine trying so hard only to lose it in an instant. Yeah, man, that's a part of that's the part of trading. When you have that money building up, that gets progressively easier. Now you have to do that again. 100%. Imagine if that grok plane went well and you got 300K and then popped off afterwards. I should have dropped Nairo though, man. A narrative was bullish. I was unsure about the team behind it. I definitely want to send you a 10x. Yeah, dude. As soon as I get money, I'm just waiting to go ahead and get paid. As soon as I get money, I'm gonna gamble a little bit more into the market. Because I'm feeling lucky. I don't know. I have this feeling, dude. I have a feeling that I'm gonna make like 80 grand. I don't know why. Like this is the same feeling I had with Pepe, dude. I had a feeling when I entered the market. I'm like, this is my last $100. I'm gonna deploy to the market. Keep in mind, with those last $100, I got scammed off of Ethereum with over 3 grand. So like literally I got my bags in October, got scammed on Ethereum. They did a rug pull, lost 3 grand, and I turned $100 into like $1,200, and then I put an additional $1,000, which was 3 grand in total, where I was in profits. And I was in 3 grand in October, got rug pulled, lost all my money, only had $100 left in my wallet, and I'm like, dude, I gotta do something out of this. I have a feeling the bull run's about to start. Went long on Pepe too, and then that's how I was able to make the money, because I had this feeling. That's kind of the feeling that I'm having right here. John says, at least John knows he could do it again. Yeah, dude, I could do it again 100%. It's 100%. See, the thing is, the problem is here too, is that a lot of people don't teach you or show you this, right? You have to kind of go through it yourself. And that's why, like with the markets, with Bitcoin and like altcoins and like meme coin season, I understand this because I went through it very, very hard last bull run. So I'm telling you through experience, right? Leverage trading, I just started leverage trading, dude. I've been trading, like trading options. Like I used to trade options, you know. I traded options back in the day, you know, back before the bull run on crypto happened with AMC and GameStop. I made a lot of money on that because I was like a very fundamentals trader, right? So I traded a lot of options. So I made a decent amount of money there, where when I think I turned like $1,000 into 50 grand or 3 grand into $50,000 in 6 months. I think it was $1,000. I remember. I think I funded my account with like $1,000 or $2,000 and turned it into 50 grand in about 6 months. But what I'm trying to say, it's like I didn't know there was a top of the market then, right? I didn't know that. I didn't know that there was going to be a top of the market. Like, that's why now, like, after I lost so much freaking money, I question a lot of the news, because I used to be the person that would listen to these influencers and I'll be like, oh, what is this influencer saying? He's saying he's going to moon. Let me go ahead and continue to hold on, and then you would get wrecked, right? So that's kind of the reason why I'm very neutral, right? I'm very, I want to say, what's the word? Definitely not conservative. I'm definitely very skeptical when it comes to a lot of news now, because I've been through the market since 2017, and I was trading options first. I was trading penny stocks on the stock market first, made that pivot into trading options, and then I did pretty well with options. And then when I did pretty well with options, I had my business partner tell me, because I was like calling him up. I was calling him up because I was going to buy a Maserati, and he's like, dude, where the heck did you get all this money from? And I was like 21 at the time, 21, 22. And I was like, oh, I've made money trading options. And he's like, what the heck is that? I'm like, yeah, I've been trading options these last couple months. I've been doing this for a couple years. I just made like a decent amount of money. Like I'm trying to buy me a Maserati and stuff. And that's when he put me onto crypto. He's like, oh, what about crypto? I was like, I was dabbling into crypto back until 17, but I got into a lot of scams. They had BitConnect. I'm not sure if any of you remember that. And they had a lot of the minor scams too. And I told him about that. And then he's like, oh, like try getting into altcoins. And then that's when he put me on, made a little bit of money there. And then that's when I had I met another associate at this freaking restaurant that one of my buddies like put me on together with him, and he was selling some freaking mining software too. And I'm like, dude, that's a complete scam, bro. Like that's a complete scam. Like, I've been through this already. He's like, nah, dude. Well, it was a scam. Obviously, it was like an MLM Bitcoin mining scam. That went through, but what he did show me, he's like, dude, this is how I'm making money. I've made over $100,000 this last month. I was like, no way, dude. He's like, yeah, I've been trading meme coins. He's like, I'm like, what is that? He's like, do you know about DEX tools? And I'm like, no, what is that? And he showed me about DEX tools, and I didn't believe him. And he showed me his wallet. He had over 100 grand that he made from that month. And I'm like, dude, like, I'm doing something wrong. Like, I'm over here buying the dip on Cardano, buying the dip on BNB. Like, I'm like, dude, what am I doing with my, like, I've made a little bit of money here, but not 100 grand. And he's like, yeah, dude, you could turn a couple $100s into a couple thousands. And I'm like, no way. And he showed me about DEX tools, and he told me about it. So, like, you know, 2 years ago, there wasn't that many like people on YouTube now that know about DEX tools. Like, before then, it was very, very like not that many people knew about it. So, like, it was crazy, dude. And that's when I started dabbling into the meme tokens, and I started finding out about these lower cap altcoins. And I was so fascinated by it, bro. I was so fascinated by it. And then I got wrecked, obviously. I got wrecked by communities, you know, promising to the world. And I'm like, dude, I'm so done with the meme tokens. So I've been through those phases. And that's kind of the reason why I don't believe a lot of the freaking what the team say, or what articles come out. That's why I just stick to what I now know, right? Which is what I look at now with the way the market moves is DXY, US 100, and Bitcoin dominance. And that's how I'm able to go ahead and analyze, like, okay, altcoin season is going to be here, meme coin season is going to be here, because of all those years of getting wrecked that I kind of put together. And I'm like, okay, this is, because I was always asking myself, dude, how can you tell when there's a top of the market? Like, you can't tell 100%, but you could definitely be pivoting in a position when you know you're getting closer to a top of a market. And that was just all through experience, right? Vernon says, at least you didn't diamond hand your profits to a fraction that you could have had like Glenn. No, dude, I learned, bro. I'm telling you, Vernon, I learned, bro. Like when I was trading Pepe 2, I was swing trading it. So I was trading $100 into $300, $300 into $600, $600 into $1,200, taking profits, $1,200 into $2,000. I would go ahead and take 50 to 80% profits, and I would swing trade my position up. That's how I was able to leverage trade and turn $100 into $20,000. It wasn't like me diamond handing on the project, hoping it would hit 20 grand. It was me swing trading it on the way up. I would take profits, $100, turn it into $1,000 into $2,000, $2,000 into $3,000. From $3,000 I would make $8,000, and then from $8,000 I'll go up to $8,000 will go up to, like, let's say $10,000. I'll take half of that, $5,000, $8,000 in profits, and then sell half of it every time, just swing trade it on the way up. So that's what I was doing. I was swing trading my profits up. So when you have $5,000 and you're leverage trading, dude, that $5,000 goes a long ways, right? That $5,000 you could turn it into $15,000, $20,000. So it becomes easier when you're swing trading your profits into a position. But obviously, all it takes is one wrong play, and you lose your money. Like with me, with Grok, I had no control of Grok having a contract exploit, bro. It was a clog contract. That's what it was. So someone caused the contract to dump 80%. So it wasn't that, I did anything wrong. Is that somebody played around with the smart contract and wrecked the market on purpose. But that's kind of like what you get in this space. This is kind of the risk you get into. Dude turned $500 into almost 20K non-leverage, and he still took out 2x initial. I mean, yeah, it kind of sucks. I mean, he would have had 20 grand. I mean, I would have taken 20 grand, bro. Like, now knowing like the mindset that I have now, like before, I would have been diamond handing a lot of projects. That's why I got wrecked last bull run. I would diamond hand every project because the influencers would say, oh, it's going to the freaking moon, guys. Buy, buy, buy. And I was there being an idiot, diamond handing every project. But ever since that, I've been taking profits. So that's why I take profits every time I'm in my positions. That's why I like leverage trading, because I don't diamond hand. I take profits. Vernon says that's why it wasn't as hard as you. Yeah, dude. I mean, you can't be doing the diamond hand thing anymore, man. That's how these communities get you. It's like a cult. It's a psyops. That's why when I talk about these meme tokens, I tell everybody, make money, take profits, and that's it, bro. Don't marry your bags. Don't try to turn freaking $100 into $1 million. There's been cases of people saying that they had friends that made, $500,000 to $1 million and wouldn't take profits, and they will sell at like 300 grand. When they had $1 million in their pocket, and they've never had that kind of money, right? It's like, bro, take profits. There's only meme tokens at 10x in a week. Don't see other coins doing that. John, you're right, but when you're leverage trading, you could do the same amount of gains leverage trading. Like 15% on IOTA might not sound like a lot of money to you, but if you're doing a 15 to a 40% pump on these altcoins, leverage trading with 20x, you make a lot of money. 21% doesn't sound crazy, but when you're leverage trading, let's say 20x on 21%, you're making a lot of money. You could easily 4x your money, easily. That's why I love leverage trading, because you could literally turn $100 into, as I told you, 20 grand, because all it takes is a token to pump 20, 40, 50%, and you're making a lot of money. Even a 17% pump on an altcoin, leverage trading, this is really good money. If you're trading with $1,000, you could probably like a little bit over double your account with a 17% pump. You're talking about minutes, right? So it's that's why I like leverage trading, because leverage trading, you can make a lot of freaking money with these little pumps. They don't look as sexy as a 10x, but trust me, when you're leverage trading with a 20x, the 16%, 15% pumps, these 8% pumps, double to 4x your account easily. You just have to be worried about, liquidations, but you have to take profits. You can't be like diamond handy when you're leverage trading. You can't. You're gonna get wrecked. Glenn, I was just being way too freaking married to the coin. Yeah, he probably just loves size, bro. Will, how's it going, Will? Hello, welcome. Dog, how's it going, man? Good morning, bro. Good morning. Vernon says the origin story gets revealed here. How John turned from a blue chip trader to a damn degenerate, putting 20x leverage on a grok. Yeah, the thing is, Pepe 2 was actually a meme token too. So it was like a degenerate play onto a degenerate play, Glenn didn't swing trade whatsoever. Yeah, you have to swing trade it, man. I agree with you. I swing trade. Like, that's good, Vernon. Like Vernon, like, I'm glad you're going into this, dude. And like, whatever you do, bro, you already have the good mindset. So you're pretty much set, right? You're going to be making, like, I already see you making $500,000 probably by the end of this bull run. Very, very possible. Just know that once you start hitting a $20,000 play, $40,000, $60,000, don't take and put all that money into a token. Take, 20% of that or 10% of that at the most, and then just keep on swing trading it. Because as long as you can make $1,000 a day, $2,000 a day, $3,000 a day, you're making over 15 grand a week. 15 grand a week, that's over, you're making over literally 50 grand a month. You know what I mean? So like, just it's better to have those little small gains, bro. So you're doing pretty good. Just keep it up. Dinero, how's it going? Facts. Vernon says, money is money for me. When I have that 10x secured, I sit there and I wait for it, maybe 100x if it's truly a gem. Most likely they are just going to dump incredibly after the yeah, that's usually what happens. A lot of these tokens dump. And that's why when I talk about meme tokens in this channel, I don't tell any of you to diamond hand. Don't ever freaking diamond hand a freaking project. You're here to make money, dude. Don't try to hit $1 million in one play. You're going to get wrecked. Take your 20 grand, be happy, and then look elsewhere. Spend it if you want. Buy yourself a new car, your wife a ring, go on vacation, do freaking something, bro. But don't freaking diamond hand a freaking project if you're up in profits. Take it and run. Look for the next project. If you miss out, oh well. There's always going to be another one. Dinero says, what exchange do you leverage trade on? Great question, man. So I've been leverage trading on MEXC. I've been getting wrecked a lot on MEXC. Honestly, I've been having a lot of issues with MEXC. So I'm pushing BingX a little bit more. So what I like about BingX is that they actually use MetaTrader as their software to trade. So I'm going to be moving all my money into BingX. I will still use MEXC because MEXC usually is the first exchange to post these meme tokens. And they also have a lot of tokens on spot. But if the token's not listed on BingX, I will go to MEXC. But I would say if you're trying to trade the higher cap altcoins, go to BingX. They also do have meme coins on as well as here. So if you want to go ahead and check that out, go ahead and use my links down below, bro. You do support the channel if you go ahead and do that. But I would stick to BingX if you can. If you're trading the higher cap altcoins or Bitcoin, I would stick to BingX. But if you want to trade the more meme tokens, go to MEXC. But there's some meme tokens on BingX right now. BingX looks like it's going to be the next MEXC. I think they're going to surpass MEXC in my opinion. Dog Pharma says, yeah, bro, you can make a lot of money with leverage, but you could also lose 100%. 100%. Vernon says, crazy how tokens like Harry Potter Obama consumes our lives to this extent. Things have truly gone off the rails. Yeah, dude. They're just freaking... It's just like... It's like this is literally the metaverse, bro. Like, crypto is our own world. Like, only you and I would understand what Harry Potter Obama Sonic 10 Inu is, or like a dog with a hat is. You know, it's like like we live in our own metaverse, literally. Like the crypto world is its own metaverse. It's quite crazy. Will says, I hope ICP moons hard this cycle. I'm sure it will, dude. I'm sure it will. Vernon says, I meant that story about the guy who got you to switch from coins like Cardano to meme coins. Yeah, dude. I'll send you tokens consistently if you don't pick it up, John. I really appreciate you, man. I gotta save you unless I do poorly myself. Dude, I'm telling you, man, as long as you shoot me the plays, bro, I don't care. Like, I'm not gonna be on your case if we freaking lose money on the play, bro. Like, I'm not. You know what I mean? I understand the risk. I understand what it takes, what kind of risk it takes to jump into these meme tokens. I understand it, but you need to be willing to take the risk, right? So I'm following your lead, bro. I'm following your lead and Glenn's lead. You guys been doing good on meme tokens. Salute to you, man. You know what I mean? Salute to you. I'm not here to be like the best at everything. I'm here to learn from everybody. So, you know, if any of you know more than me, I'm more than glad to, you know, listen and pay attention and learn. That's what I'm here to do. I'm here to learn and make money, dude. Vernon says, dang, the stream was supposed to be like 30 minutes. We are past an hour. Yeah, dude, we are almost going to half an hour. So I will be ending this very soon. To leverage trade, Bybit is the absolute number one. BingX is good for coin M. Yeah, I agree with you. Bybit is the best exchange. I would definitely go ahead and suggest leverage trading on. If you could use Bybit, use Bybit. But if you can't use Bybit, I would use BingX because BingX is non-KYC. Bybit does require KYC. But I can't trade on Bybit right now. So I'm getting my KYC situation right now handled. So until then, I'll trade BingX. Dinero says, what's your strategy for meme coins? What do you pull your initial bag? Do you leave a moon bag? That's a great question, Vernon. What would you do? I usually like taking profits. You know, let's say my goal is to take profits at a 5x or 10x. I'll go ahead and take it. You have to go in with a goal saying, if this project does a 10x, I'm going to go ahead and take 10 grand out, or I'm going to take $8,000 out and leave a moon bag. But it just all depends on your strategy. I always say go in with a strategy. If your goal is to take profits with a 5x, take profits with the 5x. If your goal is to go ahead and take profits with the 3x, take profits with the 3x and exit the market. Go in with a strategy. If you're going in blindly hoping it's going to do a 30x, without you actively checking the community or checking the project or checking the charts, you're going to get wrecked. Will Myro wake up? It seemed kind of weak. Myro, I did actually talk about Myro, but I also did mention that it could potentially dump. So it looks like Myro might be done, bro. I don't want to say that, but I think it might be done. We were talking about how we didn't want to see it close below this area. So as long as we don't close below 18.14, like as long as we don't close below, let's just say 17 cents, we're good. But if we do see Myro close below this area right here, it's going to be time to short. It's going to be time to short because this thing will probably be coming down to 4 cents. So just be on the lookout for that. I did mention how there's a possibility how this was forming a head and shoulders pattern. So be on the lookout for that. Meme tokens usually don't work well on patterns, so I don't like doing TA, but it is looking kind of weak. So just as long as we hold the support, we're good. But once we lose this, it's going to look very, very bearish in my opinion. Vernon says, my grandparents think I'm insane trading these tokens. Yeah, I mean, we all are kind of insane, right? Vernon, what do your grandparents think though that you made the kind of money, right? Do they know the kind of money you've made already off of it? Will says you were streaming late yesterday as well. Yeah, dude, I've been streaming twice a day. So I'm streaming for right now. For me, it's already night, you know? So I've been streaming twice a day. Vernon says they're literally trying to get me to focus on getting a real job, like it depended on their lives. Suave, how's it going? Ryan, let's get that dubby. No, dude, it's a little too late for me for dubby. Suave, you leveled up to level 1. Bot Ricks. What the heck is Bot Ricks? I guess you leveled up to level 1. How's it going, Suave? Hope you're having a good one. Dude, look, I'm not going to go ahead and tell you not listen to your grandparents. But don't listen to your grandparents, man. I'm so sorry to tell you, but I'm probably a bad influence, and I know I'm a bad influence, but dude, do whatever makes you happy, man. Like the thing is that not everybody's ever going to agree with you, right? We're seeing a dump right now on Myro, but not everybody's going to support you and agree with you, right? You know, your parents might want you to go ahead and go to school, do a career, but dude, in this time of age that we're in, you can make money out of thin air. I mean, you're literally making more money than your freaking teachers in a freaking day, bro. You know what I mean? So like, I'm not saying don't listen to your grandparents in that kind of sorts of way, like, you know, do whatever you want and like just be a straight dick. But I'm just saying, like, just listen to them, but just do your own thing, bro. Like, just listen, but don't actually do it. If you know what I'm trying to say, like, just keep at it, bro. Like, just focus on this. Like, I believe in you, my guy. I've always have. I've told you since November, you know, when you were telling me how you were taking a lot of L's. I told you I believed in you, and I still believe in you, bro. So you have this, you have the capability and the capacity to make over 100 grand. And you know, if it's something you're studying for that you want to go ahead and do, if it's school or you want to really get a job, I would consider it. But if you don't have to get a job, and if you don't have to do any of this, don't freaking do it, bro. Do whatever you want to do. Do whatever what Vernon wants to do, right, bro? Because at the end of the day, you're the one who's living your life. And if you're not enjoying life to the fullest, bro, that's where you're gonna go in life and regrets later on. Like, oh damn, like what would have happened if I would have focused more on DeFi? You know what I mean? Just stack up money, bro. This bull run's not gonna last forever. Just make as much money as you can, pivot, understand how the market moves with what we talk about every day, and you'll be ahead of a lot of people. And you'll be ahead of, like, by the time you graduate college, I think you're close to graduating college, right? You'll probably be with $1 million plus in your pocket, and then you could decide to do whatever the F you want to do. And no one's going to tell you what to do, because you're obviously doing way better than a lot of people. And you have pretty good discipline, bro. The fact that you're young and you're doing all this, that's pretty good. Will says, I just smoke cannabis, garden, and buy crypto. Live your own life. 100%, bro. See? Live your own life, man. I think my grandparents will come around with those gifts starts coming. your confidence in me truly picked me off my feet and kept me going. I truly thank you for your influence. I appreciate you, Vernon. I'm telling you, dude, it's because I know what it's like, right? I've had people doubt me my whole life, tell me I wouldn't be able to do stuff, and dude, I've done a lot more things than a lot of people my age. Like, I've done a lot of freaking crazy fun stuff that a lot of people would have never done. And people that like have gone to college, I've been a lot more successful in life, bro. Like, I haven't gone to college either. I've actually just started working on getting my bachelor's degree on cybersecurity, because you can make some really good money. And I'm like, dude, whatever. Like, it's good to have education, right? I think it's needed. If you have education, it's good. But if you're going to school to become a businessman, bro, like, what the heck are you doing? You're wasting time. Like, I'm sorry to tell you, you know, if you're going to school to become an influencer, because I think they have that now, dumb. You know what I mean? If you're going to school for a degree that's very dumb and useless, you're wasting your time. But if you're going to school to become a doctor, a freaking surgeon, or freaking something smart like a scientist, then yeah, do it, bro. And that's what you truly love. But dude, I've been a lot more successful than people that I went to school with at a younger age, because I've always had the motivation to do more in life, right? And I've been able to get really good high paying jobs without degrees. Well, everybody had to go to college, and people that are going to college, or people that haven't even gone to college, are not even haven't come close to the money I've made, right? So like, it's really all about your work ethic, I would say, and your ability to be able to do more than other people. Are you willing to put in the work, right? It's like, I've made 5 videos so far today. I don't want to make freaking 5 videos a day, bro, but I know that's what it's going to take me to become a successful YouTuber, right? I want to become a successful YouTuber. So that's what it's going to take me. I'm going to have to do what the competition's not doing. The competition is not doing 5 videos a day. Well, John is, right? So you got to have to outwork people, and you have to do what you want to do. And third, don't listen to nobody but yourself, bro. Like, don't even listen to your parents, bro. Like I'm telling you, respect your parents, respect, people around you. Don't go off telling people things, but like, dude, do whatever the F you want to do. Don't listen to other people, right? Like, don't listen to nobody ever tell you what to do, bro. You could be very successful in life and you literally have the capacity to do whatever you want and be whatever you want. All you have to do is just believe in yourself. If you believe in yourself, people will believe in you, bro. I think I told you this exactly back in November. I said, believe in yourself and people will believe in you, bro. Trust me. So you have this, man. You got this. Let's go ahead and see what Dinero just shared with us. Harmbani? Isn't this a freaking an ape? It's like, oh, dude, 28 million market cap. That's insane. I can make 1K in a damn day with barely any effort. It's insane. That's good, bro. Dude, who else could say they're racking in 5 to 7 grand a freaking week, dude? $1,000 in an hour, bro, and your parents are trying to push you to work? No. What do you think about Solana rally or dump in a short term? That's a great question, man. Solana pump, or I think it's the same thing with Bitcoin. It's very undecisive right now. But if Solana does continue to the upside, we could go ahead and see Solana go towards $144. So if Solana continues to lose the support right here, we're going to see a dump on Solana going back to $50. It's doing the same thing as Bitcoin. That's kind of the reason why I'm not trading anything right now, because it looks like it wants to go up and it looks like it wants to go down. So until I get the confirmation of where the market's heading, I'm going to open positions. Vernon says, soon it's time for you to truly prove them all wrong, John. You're going to come back with the furry. Yes, 100%, bro. 100%. PT Tim, man, how's it going, dude? Long time no see. How you been? Yo, love to see the channel growing. Keep up this good work, brother. I appreciate you, Tim. I really do appreciate you, bro. Long time no see. Vernon, you are one of a kind, John, and will all pay off eventually. I'm pretty sure you're aware there is no scenario where you fail. You may be stumbled, but you will always pick yourself up and come back stronger. Dude, that's just how it is in life, right? You know how you were telling me about, like, oh, you look pretty big, working out? I got injured, bro, with my shoulder. Like, I snapped my shoulder 2 years ago lifting. I snapped my shoulder, and I wasn't able to hit the gym as hard as I wanted to, right, for these last 2 years. And even prior, when I was pretty big back in high school, I also had a shoulder injury and set me back up. Literally lost all my hard work that I really worked for. Very, very hard. I looked really good. Probably like the best time I was ever in shape in my life, right? And, it's kind of like what you were telling me about trading, right? There's always going to be a time in life, like, one thing that I learned is you only lose when you give up, bro. You might fail, you might, lose money, you might, whatever the case is, you might lose, girlfriend, wife, whatever the case is, husband, whatever the case is, right? But you're always going to go ahead and come up stronger as long as you're willing to put in the effort, right? It might hurt temporarily, but if you can go ahead and use that pain as motivation to become a better, stronger person, you're always going to come back stronger. Like, where I was at 2 years ago, bro, was freaking life-changing, especially where I'm at right now. I think I'm like more in a humbled place, and I learned a lot about myself, and I truly understand what I want in life more than ever. And what I'm trying to tell you is that there's always going to be cases in our lives where we're going to lose something, right? Whether it's money, whether it's something, right? And the only time you really lose is when you give up. So when you give up, that's when you lose everything. And that's what I'm telling you. You might lose money in this market. You might literally almost lose your mind. But that's the part of the market. It's a part of business. That's a part of work. That's a part of your career. It's part of life. And you only lose when you accept the loss. As long as you don't accept the loss, you're good. Steven, how's it going, man? Soon these people who doubted you will question their lives and reap the fruits of your hard work. Dude, I've had that happen before. I've had a lot of people growing up in high school that, doubted me, my teachers and all that. And, when I started getting success coming in, you start having all those people that doubted you come in like flies, come in like freaking leeches, bro. So Yeah, dude, I know who I want in my circle now, and that's why I keep my circle very, very freaking small, bro. Like, once I make it out in life, whatever you consider making it, I want very minimal people in my life. I want people that have been there through with me at my lowest point in life and at my highest. And that's one of the biggest things that I learned when I obtained success, whatever you consider success early on a few years ago, is that I want the people to be there with me when I have everything and when I lose everything. Those are the true people you want in your life, right? You don't want people that are only there for you when you have everything going well in life. You don't want those people. Kick them out, right? Steven, how's it going, buddy? Hope you're having a good one today, bro. Vernon, I got to start going to the gym as well. When I have increased my portfolio additionally, now I have to focus on getting that money secure, and then I will aim to improve. Yeah, dude, that's a really good thing. That's actually what I was doing with Pepe. I was like, dude, I'm going to focus on making me some money. I make me some money, then I could have fun. Then I could go ahead and work out and do that. Yes, 100%. But just definitely, you know, go outside, freaking walk, dude, do something. Will says, I lost my house in a flood. Oh, that sucks. That sounds, I can't even speak. That sucks to hear that, bro. What flood are you in right now? I hope you have like house insurance or something, man. Hope you're doing good, man. And I like to hear that you're going through that, man. And not that you're going through that I'm glad to hear that. What I meant to say is that I'm glad to see that you're going through that and you're still in the live stream. Not meaning that I'm glad to see you go through that. What I'm trying to say is I'm glad to see you on the stream even though you're going through that, right? That's what makes a difference when it comes to this, right? We're all going through very hard times. I completely understand, and you know, the best go through it, right? Hopefully you don't get blinded by success when you start to make increasingly more money in conjunction with consistently improving skills. That's happened to me already, Vernon. Like I went into a pretty bad spiral when I started making pretty good money early on at an age. Kind of wrecked myself. Like, instead of improving my life, it made me worse. So I kind of went through that phase already. So it's definitely not going to happen already. It humbled me a lot. Life has humbled me a lot, dude. Humbled me a lot. And that's one of the biggest things. Either money makes you or it breaks you. And one of those case scenarios is BitBoy. I was almost very close to a BitBoy at one point in my life with that kind of attitude, right? So you'll get humbled quick. You'll get humbled by the market. You'll get humbled by the world. You'll get humbled by the universe. Stay humbled and stay neutral. Steven says, realistically, what's the max Myro could get to? Myro, I think Myro could do 30 cents, bro. That's the max I'm looking at right now. Short term, because I want to look at this thing and see if this is going to be a pump and dump, because we're having a lot of the bigger influencers pumping it now. But realistically, Myro could hit $1. It could realistically hit $1. And that's because it has a circulating supply of 999. So if it hits $1 billion, it could hit $2-3 and above. Vernon says, we gotta meet up if we both make a lot of money this year. Yeah, 100%. Where are you at, Vernon, by the way? Never asked you. Hope you don't mind. Like a few members from the alpha group of, for instance, like just a nice meetup to celebrate our success in relationships. Yes, dude, that'd be freaking fun, bro. That'd be freaking fun. We have to do that. We all have to get together once we make a lot of freaking money and just freaking pop bottles. And I'm just kidding. But no, maybe we will pop bottles, man. It was a flood 2 years ago. Oh, okay. It was the best part of your life. Why, dude? I thought it was a flood right now, because there's been a lot of floods recently as of as these last couple weeks. Marcelo, how's it going, Marcelo? Hope you're having a good one, bro. ICP. We'll definitely go ahead and check out ICP right now. Vernon says, yeah, what if you start making such easy money, you start to think you're the best trader in the world? It may seem likely now, but you will get those hundreds of thousands coming onto you. Just lose yourself in all of it. Yeah, dude. I mean, it's happened. I've had a similar scenario. Like last bull run, I was making some pretty good plays, and I thought I was the freaking best trader in the world, and I lost $500,000. You know, I lost about 400,000. I think it was like about 300,000. So $250,000 I lost last bull run. And yeah, same thing with ICP. it looks like we are entering this area of resistance right here. If we do go ahead and get rejected, we are going to go ahead and create this head and shoulders pattern. So I'm very bearish on ICP. We could go ahead and see a continuation to the downside on ICP heading towards $4. So right now we're in a scenario of the market that we haven't gotten that full confirmation, and that's why I'm waiting. If ICP does break above, let's say above $13, or around the $12.50, I might consider going long, but it's looking bearish in my opinion on the short term. So this is the reason why I'm not entering trades right now on Bitcoin or any of these, because they look like they're getting ready to do a massive move, and the massive move is to the upside or to the downside, unfortunately. Oh, you're in Canada. Oh, you're not that far away. Will says, I cut the steel roof to get out of the flood as me and my family were trapped. Life is good though 2 years later. That's good to hear, man. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. That must have been a crazy experience. Where was that at, if you don't mind me asking? And I'm glad to hear you're okay now, dude. You get to see life a little different when you know, sometimes we work in this world where we're going and we're trying to obtain materialistic things, and then we realize that these materialistic things really have no meaning to anything, right? And realistically, there's a lot of things that don't have meaning to life, as crazy as that sounds. But this is kind of the reason why you never want to go into the crazy route, right? Marcelo, very good, man. Thank you. No problem. Anyways, chat, I'm going into 2 hours into the live stream. I really do appreciate every one of you. I had a good time chatting. I wish, we could go ahead and do this even longer. I was supposed to edit a video. It looks like I might just go ahead and push that for tomorrow or something. But if you want to reach out to me, have conversations like we just had right now, reach out to me at ALTCOIN John. More than glad to talk to every one of you as well. Go ahead and join the Discord. I do post a lot of alpha in there. And we could also go ahead and chat. Maybe we could go ahead and do once a week where we could go ahead and have a Discord chat all together, and I don't know, freaking talk, watch movies, freaking play video games. I don't know. Honestly, I'm down to have a conversation like that where we could, just all get together and really talk and stuff, talk the market and all that. Australia, damn, that's crazy, bro. Just before the market dump. Damn, dude, that's crazy. That must have been a hard time for you, bro. Sorry to hear about that, but I'm glad to hear you were able to push through on that. That's crazy. Is it, dude? I hear Australia has some crazy bugs. Peace, bro. Peace. I hope all of you join my Discord so we could go ahead and communicate there. Take it easy and enjoy yourself a bit. Yeah, dude, I'm gonna go ahead and take a break. I don't know, I'll probably run a little bit of Fortnite or maybe just watch some YouTube videos and call it a day. Yeah, we've been putting in a lot of work, but I appreciate every one of you. Make sure to smash that like button for me, and I'll catch all of you. I don't want to say tomorrow, because for a lot of you it's already morning, and you'll see me later on tonight, right? To me it's already good night. So I'll catch all of you later on today.